Hello! Today we are going to be making some polar bears in honor of Christmas and the holidays coming. We are going to be making some holiday or winter bears. And it's a really easy way to draw bears and it's going to be fun. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make two bears. And I'm going to make one here, it's going to be a little bit shorter, and I'm going to make another bear over here and he's going to be a little bit taller. Okay. So we're gonna practice using the same lines we've been using for all of our drawings. We're just putting them together in new ways to make new things. All right, so for my first bear, he's gonna be kind of popped up over here. So what I'm gonna do, so from the bottom of my paper, I'm gonna have a curvy line coming up. So it's gonna come up and it's gonna start going around and then it's gonna come back down. And this is gonna be for our bear's head. It's gonna be as if he's kind of peeking up. So we're not gonna see his whole body. All right, we're going to make shapes for his ears now. And to create those shapes, we're gonna make some curvy lines. So a curvy line here for the first ear. And then a curvy line here for the second ear. And then inside of the ear, there's going to be another curvy line. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to add are eyes. I'm going to give this bear big eyes. So I'm going to put one eye here and one eye here. And then the rest of the bear that we're going to draw is going to be the face, so the mouth and the nose. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw another curvy line. So it's going to start here underneath the eye. It's going to go up and then down. And this is going to be making part of his nose and his snout coming out. And then what we're going to do is in here in the shape that we just drew, we're going to draw a straight line. This is going to be for his nose. Then from that straight line, I'm going to make a curvy shape to make the rest of it. So you're starting to see our bear now. We got the eyes and then the snout, and now the nose, and now we need the mouth. So to make the mouth, I'm gonna make a J coming out from the bottom of this curvy line we just made. So it's like the letter J. And then I'm gonna do another one over top of it, but it's gonna go the other way. And that's going to make his mouth, or the opening of his mouth. I'm also gonna draw an oval shape, excuse me, in here. And that's gonna be the shiny part of his nose. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on his eyes. And now I'm going to color him in. So let me see. I'm going to color in his nose. And his eyes. He's looking pretty cute. Okay. Remember, we leave those white spaces because that's the light reflecting off of the eye, and that makes it look realistic. All right. So I'm also going to give my bear some texture. He's furry, he's fuzzy, so I'm going to give him some texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some lines on the outside of his head here to show the hair or the fur. I'm gonna do the same thing on his ears. And you can add as many lines as you want. Okay. And then I want him to be wearing a hat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a Santa hat on him. So Santa hats usually have that fur at the bottom. So I'm gonna make wavy lines between his ears. So from one ear over here, kind of like U shapes. I'm gonna do the same thing up top. And that's gonna make the fuzzy part of the hat. And then I'm gonna draw a curvy line that goes down this way, kind of swoops over his head. And then I'm gonna have another line coming from behind his ear. And it's gonna get to a point, and then we're gonna put the pom-pom. And that's gonna go right here onto his hat. All right, so that's our first bear. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna draw our second bear. So he's gonna be a little bit taller. So I'm gonna use the same shape that we used for the first bear, but it's gonna be a little bit skinnier and it's gonna be on this side. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit further up, right above this hat here, I'm gonna draw another kind of arch curvy line. So from here, I'm gonna go up and then back down, okay? And that's gonna be for the top of his head. We're gonna make a little bit more of him because he's a little bit taller so we can see more of him. So what I'm gonna do is from each side, it's gonna come out a little bit, but it's still gonna go down. So it's gonna come out a little bit and we'll just imagine that this pom-pom is kind of in front of him. So we're gonna have this line stop here and then come back here. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make his face. So to make his face, we're going to make the ears first. So I'm gonna make an arched line here, another arched line here to make the ears. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another mini arch, boom, and boom. And now to finish his face, I told you this would be super easy. And then what we're going to do is right here towards the middle of his face, just before it gets a little bit wider, I'm going to draw a oval shape right this way. That's going to be for his snout, the part that sticks out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw his nose. And to draw his nose, I'm going to do a bit of a different shape, kind of like the opposite of this one, how I have this one like a U shape. Well, now I'm going to have it upside down, but you can make it any way you want. I'm going to close it up, and then I'm going to make the mouth the same way I made the mouth here. So I'm going to make a J there, and then a backwards J here. I'm going to make a little line here for the highlight for his nose, and then two little eyes. I'm going to do a little eye here and a little eye here. And now I'm going to color his nose in. Okay. And I think I'm gonna give this bear a scarf. So to make a scarf, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a line that goes from this side under his snout here. It's gonna go to the other side. And then do another one on this side. Then I'll draw a little line here and a little line here to show the scarf going around. And then I'm gonna have part of the scarf that's coming out. So from this part of the scarf, I'm gonna have a line that's gonna come up and down. Draw a straight line here, then down. All right, so that's gonna make his scarf coming out. We can draw some fringe. Those are like the threads that are hanging down. And then I'm gonna do a stripe pattern. All right, and same thing for this bear. I'm gonna give him some texture too to show that he's got some fluff or some fur. Alrighty. And I'm not gonna worry about making like arms or legs right now. I wanna keep it simple. And then I think for his head, instead of doing like a hat, maybe I will do some earmuffs. So I'm gonna make a oval shape here, and then an oval shape here, and then the part that goes up over the head. So it's gonna be another arched line going from one of the earmuffs to the other, and then another one going around. Okay, just for like that. And then I want my earmuffs to be fluffy, so I'm gonna make some curvy lines on the inside to give that fluffy texture. And maybe for fun, I'll give him some reindeer antlers. So I'm gonna have a line sticking up here, a line sticking up here, and it's gonna come out. on this side. It's gonna come out on this side. We're gonna go up, down, up, a little bit lower, down, and then back around. Same thing over here. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and up. Really cute. All right, and now I'm gonna add some snow. So to make a snowflake, I'm going to make a plus sign, then an X over top of it, and then little V's. And then I can draw some other lines. And you can make your snowflakes any way that you want. Maybe a circle there. And I'll just make a few more. And snowflakes can be all kinds of different shapes and sizes. I think I'll do another one up here. All right. And then maybe I'll just draw some little circles for some other snow that's falling. All right, now all I have to do is color the rest of the picture. So I'm gonna start coloring. Okay, I think my bears are done. I finished coloring them in. I added some cool colors. I added some pink and some blue just to give some pops of color with the snowflakes and the snow falling. And then I made the purple scarf. I colored in the earmuffs, added my antlers, made them brown. You could give your bears any kind of outfits you want, different scarves, different kinds of hats. I just wanted to give you guys some ideas, and I'm sure you guys will come up with some really good ones. All right, well, enjoy and happy drawing.